So you don't have to be Apple to do this. So RV said, I want to create a $25,000 program. And she created this year-long mastermind and people would sign up for it. And so it's not her only product. When we met, her highest price product was $250. And now she has, whatever, $1,000, 4,000, 8,000, 25,000. She's got a bunch of them. And so one reason why a product line extension can be a good strategy is if you can offer something to your existing customers, like what Apple did with the iPhone, right? All these people that love Apple, and then it's like, oh, they got a phone. Oh, well, I want the iPhone. Oh, they got a iPad. I want the iPad. Oh, they have a watch. I want the watch. I got all of that stuff. Like pretty much every Apple product I own times 6 because there's 6 of us. Create Revenue Now, program that I offered earlier today, and then this event that you're on through right now, this is a product line extension. I'm getting ready. One of my big plays I'm about to make is create Revenue Now for companies. So I'll go to a company with like 50 salespeople, and we'll put the whole company on the program. So one of my visions is to get 100 companies on the Create Revenue Now program. That's a massive play for me. So you think about that for you. Where could you do a product line extension? And I'll give you one other idea, and that is to sell a product that it's not necessarily a part of your company product line. So you could represent another product. One of the things that I'm considering selling right now is gold and silver. And one of my clients, they own a mint. It used to be a Rolls-Royce, a plant where they made Rolls-Royces, and he bought the building, and they make these silver coins, among other things. And so I do consulting for them, and I'm helping them build a $600 million company. And we're talking about me doing some selling for them. And one of the things that's appealing to me about selling gold is it's not real common, but it's not uncommon for somebody to buy $1 million in gold. That's interesting to me. Get on a Zoom call with somebody. Yeah, buy gold from us, and here's why, and how much did you need? Oh, you need $1 million? Oh, you need $4 million in gold? Okay, no problem. We got you. like that's exciting to me. I've never had $1 million sale before. So, and then I would of course get commission on that. And you're selling in the millions, that can be pretty lucrative. So having said all that, planting a seed for you of, okay, let me see if I can fix this here. This is stop share. Sometimes I overload the Zoom and it takes me a minute to get it back. Okay, let's see here. Zoom. Okay. Zoom Workplace. Escape. There we go. Okay. I'll teach you guys one more idea, and then we'll get to our wrap-up phase here. So if I start selling silver and gold, it's not sales training, and it is a new product. So Rick Silva, he's the guy in the middle. Known Rick for many years. And he's wearing his name badge for B2B Gathering. B2B Gathering is like BNI, but it's Rick's personal company. He's working 80 hours a week, making $80,000. And somehow he gets this idea to sell land, like land banking. nothing to do with networking. And this guy is elite at networking. Like, he is like Brian Tracy of networking, the Les Brown of networking. He's brilliant. Like, he's so good as a networking trainer. And he has this networking company. So imagine you're Rick Silva and you're known for what you do. You're working full time, you're making enough money to pay your bills, but you're not really getting ahead. And somebody comes to you and says, "What do you think about selling land?" You probably would be like, "Yeah, I'm busy being B2B gathering." And for whatever reason, he said, "Let me take a look." And last year, him and his wife selling land made over $500,000. And they're multimillionaires now. And Rick had just gotten wiped out from a divorce financially. He lost almost all of his wealth, and now he's a multimillionaire. How do you do it? How he did it is he sold a new product. Now, am I telling you to sell a new product? No. I'm just suggesting be open to it. Be open to it, because an opportunity may come your way that ends up being incredibly lucrative. So it's just kind of wild. Rick now, I think he works 20 hours a week. 20 hours a week, making $500,000. Like, what a dream. Like, he's a multimillionaire. He's a high roller now. And when this photo is taken, his net worth was probably around $250,000. Now he's a multimillionaire. He chose to sell a new product. And by the way, with this company, he hired a manager. So now the manager's working 80 hours a week, making 80, whatever. I don't know how many hours he's working, but just as an idea. So if we open up our thinking, right? When the owner of this silver company, Gold and Silver, says, "Hey, why don't you sell for me?" I was open. Like, okay, maybe. I'm not opposed. So those are some ideas. What I want to do now, I want to go to our 80/20. So pull out your list of your 10 best ideas. So this one here. Okay. Get out your list, and you might have more than 10. And I'm going to give you 7 minutes to review your notes, the 10 best ideas, any of the notes you took. And what I'd like you to do is identify your top 2 ideas. So that's the assignment. So let me take this here, go to Microsoft Word. Okay, so identify your top 2 ideas. Then ask yourself, what is the lifetime financial value of these ideas? So it's a guesstimate. There's no science to it. Just be like, okay, if I did that, what would that be worth? Right? Like when RV Robinson's like, "Oh, I have a $25,000 program now. What was that worth? Probably $1 million. One idea." I think that's an interesting thing to look at. So I'll give you till 3:18. 3:18, be back. And as you come up with the ideas, feel free to type them in the chat so other people can learn from what you got. You know, what were your best ideas? So all we're doing, look at your best ideas, look at your notes, pick the top 2, put them in the chat, think about what's the lifetime financial value. So go ahead and do that for me now, and I'll see you back here in 7 minutes. What I'd love to do now is a couple things. One is type into the chat what's one or two of your ideas best to the class. And then I'd love to rotate around the call and hear from some people. You know, hear from what did you get? What were your one or two ideas? If you'd like to share, you can hit the hand raise button, and I may call on a few people as well to hear your thoughts. If I call on you, you can share or pass. There's no requirement to share. It'd also be cool as we wrap up here if you'd be willing to turn on your video camera if that's something you're open to. It's not required, but if you'd be willing to, that'd be cool. And Ed, if you want to hit unmute, get us started off, share one or two of the best ideas of the class for you.
After going through this entire list, one thing became abundantly clear to me. I need to rewrite the whole list and go through it day after day, maybe even a couple of 2 or 3 times a day. What I have heard today, I never heard before, or maybe this is just a different way of saying what someone else has said before, but this was like whack-a-mole. Every time I heard a sentence or heard you say something, it was like, bong, somebody hit me over the head like, hey, Ed, are you awake? This applies to you. Let's go, buddy. So here we go. So far, I picked these.
We lost Ed. Let's see if he's still in here. Yeah, it looks like his internet bounced him out. All right, we'll come back to Ed here in a little bit. Sue, coming out and share.
I'm committing to playing at a level 7 or higher every day because I have not been. And what I wrote on my list was stop, and I've rewritten it. But what I wrote on my list originally was stop being who I'm being because it's not serving me. But what I rewrote was I'm going to strive to be the person that serves others and myself as I used to be. And that will become a habit because it will feel familiar.
Awesome. Great job, Sue. Thank you for sharing. All right, who else would like to share? Okay, Renee, what do you got?
Well, I got more than 2.
All right, well, just give us 2.
I know. I guess, well, writing this book is huge for me. This is a brand new thing, and I'm excited about it because it's going to help me compile my songs and copyright those as well. So that's huge. And then I have a new product that I could market with piano for teachers, and it's called a Mini-Met. And it was not my idea, but it was one of my adult students' ideas who was an engineer. She figured out how to put like a visual of a metronome sideways, and then you could mark it off. But she didn't know how to write up how to use it, which I did.
Just keep it real tight, Renee, just so we can have as many people sharing as possible.
It was a joint venture. So
Joint venture. Awesome.
I need to get back to her and see if we can market that together.
I love that. Joint venture. Beautiful, Renee. Thank you for sharing. All right, it looks like we have Ed back again. Ed, if you want to hit unmute.
Okay, yeah, I got so excited and animated, I accidentally hit a key, and all of a sudden I realized I was talking to myself and nobody was there. I ghosted myself. So the last one here that I want to share, if you didn't hear, is more of the same creates more of the same.